Hi, everybody. I'm Joel Simmons for another 2-Minute Turf Talk. Last week here at the Turf Talk, I was talking about abiotic and biotic stresses. And one of the things that came out of the conversation that we were having on abiotic stresses was winter damage. And here's a good example of a biotic and an abiotic stress. This picture is a picture of pink snow mold, which is clearly biotic. It's a pathogen, it's biological. And that's obviously something that we need to manage and prepare for as we go into the winter. Another stress that's very prevalent this time of year that I want to talk about is the abiotic stress of winter kill. Here's a good example of what it looks like come spring when the plant has been desiccated and damaged. And one of the best ways to really prevent this is to make sure going into that winter season that the soil has adequate moisture, there's a good balance of nutrients, and microbiology is active. And of course, here at Earthworks, we've been doing that for many, many, many years. One of the things that came out of the seminar that I went to that the Tom Irwin Company introduced me to, which was fairly interesting, was the concept of, do we remove ice or do we not remove ice? And this is a big question in parts of this country. And one of the things that came out of this is that days under ice is a perspective that's very important to understand. And they were saying bent grass can last about 120 days under ice, whereas POA maybe only 45 days under ice. And then, of course, a lot of conversation was had whether or not do we remove ice or not remove ice. And that, those days under ice may be a way for us to think about, is it makes sense to have the ice removed. But it does make sense to put down a dormant feed, and it does make sense to make sure that the soil has adequate amounts of moisture. And of course, carbon-based fertility is going to make sure that moisture is held in that soil, protecting the crown, protecting the plant. And we've always advocated for a strong winter feeding program.